lover to his girl, that would be me. I need a man who honors nature, natural in soul and body. I need a man with a strong nature, strong enough to hold me. A bad boy to society, a lover to his family. Bad boy to society, a lover to his family. Bad boy to society, a lover to his family. Bad boy to society, a lover. Got to be a lover, then you're a fighter. A true lover, be a warrior. Got to be a lover, you're a fighter. A true lover, be a warrior. Hey, this is my true warrior right here. If I can't get one, then I make one. Okay, sorry, I embarrassed my warrior now. That's Wilton, come on. A temper to be a defender, not a temper of ignorancy. A temper not to look trouble now, just to protect his family. Got to be a lover, then you're a fighter. True lover, be a warrior. Got to be a lover, you're a fighter. True lover, be a warrior. Where's my true lover, my true warrior? Come dance with me. Come on, everybody dance with me. Come on, dance with me, Wilton. Jungle style. True warrior. True warrior. Watch it. True warrior, they don't attack, only usually aggressive. To those who first attack a lot, control and don't get the message. Don't like a boy, show off a force. Try prove himself, I'm going and most. I like a real MF rookie cat, the first and last. be a true warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Checkerboard Kids. This is the Masked Mutant. You may notice my voice is a little raspier than usual, but I think that is the highest influence of our wonderful guest today, Ms. Ari Up. And
Off the
what?
Off the what?
Off the what?
Off the what?
Off the wall.
Off the, does everybody say it? Slits! Off the legendary Slits!
Well,
The greatest girl band in the whole world!
well, fact of the matter is, I was alluding to that part, but I really wanted to sort of build it up a little.
All right, I just said that because I like building up with you, because Ari Up is not really, Ari Up is sort of a little bit in there. But the Slits,
The Slits were the very first all-girl punk band that ever came out of the initial punk scene that occurred here in, well, no, not here, it was in England way back in late mid-70s.
Okay, but it's not only the first punk girl band, it's the first girl band to play drum, bass, guitar, instruments without being set up. We did have the Runaways, we did have...
but the Runaways were more of a package band.
Yeah, they were put together. Thank you. You took it out of my mouth. Thank you. You said it. You said it good the other day.
I have spent most of my life studying the whole punk scene. You see, I really don't have much of a life. Anyway, outside.
-3, you are 1. I got that one.
Anyway, one of my most favorite books in the world is Caroline Coon's review of the, and she reviews the Pistols. By the way, I had the honor of actually meeting John Lydon, a.k.a. the former Johnny
he must
Rotten,
have torn you to shreds.
Well, I anticipated that, I must tell you. I shook hands with him. I told him, Mr. Lydon, it is both an honor and a pleasure. And I handed him his autobiography.
But we're not talking about John now. We're back on the Slits. John's talked a lot about back to the Slits. The Runaways were in America and they were put together.
And you're absolutely
And Joan Jett couldn't wait to get out of there. Then Joan Jett did her thing. God bless her.
But anyway,
and so there's very few
but
girl bands who really did their own shit, so to speak.
But we're not talking about the Runaways, we're talking about the Slits.
How about?
And now, let's talk about the Slits.
No
and
comparison.
I would like to quote from the beloved Caroline Coon from 1977, with page 104. Yes.
Okay, let's go. Quick,
She spoke deliberately on our host tonight, Ari Up. And what does she say? Standing up, she obviously presents a challenge to the very foundations of decency and order, not to mention natural biological law. Wow. Viv, Tessa, and Palmolive all look moody and capable of stitching up troublemakers if the need arises. In their tight trousers, shirts, ties, and black leather jackets, they are often mistaken for men. But Ari is all girl.
Okay, and I'm here to prove it. I'm definitely a girl, no stretch marks, thank you, very sexy.
Even though she fragrantly disregards.
Sexy by nature, we wear. And I want to say something about that quote. I think that we are the essence of decency.
You can.
And I think that we're totally by the natural law. Totally.
Yeah.
We're totally decent people. That's the whole point. I think
even though she fragrantly disregards anything remotely feminine, she is blatantly sexy. Although such is her impact that many straight men told me that they thought she was kind of ugly. A fact that pleases Ari immensely.
Okay, what happened is back then we were so ahead of time. Of course people thought we were ugly. If you're totally ahead of time like that musically, with clothes and everything like that, people are freaked out. They can't even put a word. Ugly is not even the word. They were like, alien! friends. I mean, it was just totally, it's just off this world. And me and Nina used to run around the streets in England a lot, and Hamburg, and here's Nina's promoter, by the way. We're gonna have a great show with Nina Hagen on the 8th of September in the Webster Hall. That's right. Yeah, gonna have a show.
I love Nina.
Yeah, and Lunatic is coming on as well.
All right.
She's also a totally lunatic, the girl. And so I just want to say that me and Nina, when we walked the street, the reactions were so repulsed. I mean, so it's not a matter of that I enjoy the fact that I was ugly. I held on to the fact that I'm very beautiful. I mean, I always thought I was beautiful, but not by society's standards. That's the difference.
Before the
standard of society was so glamour and how you're supposed to look, you know, by magazines telling you what to wear, how to behave as girls and everything. And if girls did play music, they thought they had to play like men. Hey, I'm such a toughie. I can do it like man. I hold my guitar between my crotch. Look at me, I'm macho. We weren't like that. The Slits were just like totally unconditional girls, as natural as girls can be. And that's the difference. And that's what we're trying to run away from then. And we're doing it now because the pop scene is now again dictating how girls should look in every way. It's starting all over again.
Mind you, yes, they are indeed dictating.
Devil circle, vicious
They are
circle
indeed dictating. And you should take the tater part away from that sentence, I think.
But another thing we did, away from representing girls and girl power and all of that, and bringing out more women groups, and I'm talking about girl bands who are not just singing and playing maybe a guitar, but a whole set of girl band with each instrument. And we also we weren't really punk, but people said punk, and that's just anyway a media given name, and we who did the music never really called ourselves punk. And then when it was labeled as punk, okay, fine, punk. But we were always the originators of punky reggae, because we already started being very heavy influenced by reggae and dub, and reggae rockers, rubber dub, whatever term you could call it at the time, which wasn't just Bob Marley. There was a whole section of reggae artists from Jamaica who played heavy dub-orientated stuff. And Kwame, me and him are going to do a dub album. Absolutely. Very soon, right? And Absolutely. Let's talk a little about reggae too, because that's such a big thing that not only did we do stuff for girls, but we brought reggae into the rock world, away from the Clash and Public Image, of course, too.
The connection between punk and reggae was very important because it got the two rebellious forces at that time together. And people have moved away from that now, so, dub is to me, the force, and we're trying to get some of that energy,
some of that out again. It's very similar energy, to punk in that energy-wise, and in the rebelliousness and the outspokenness. The blues singers are forgotten totally before the ones who started rock and roll. They're like sitting in a little hut somewhere with their banjo and broke totally. And it's happened to punk people, So the punk family, the Slits family extended here. Here we have extended Slits members, by the way, too. They're promoting your Ask Me Phil.
Yeah.
What we were doing now, and here it is. This Ladyfest is going on a lot and stuff.
One thing I have to mention.
Hold that note.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's Ladyfest? I don't understand. I'm a guy here.
Let's talk about it.
People leave me out of the loop.
Hold the note. You can rewind the tape. You're not on drugs, right?
They're gonna take this whole interview away from me if I don't do something.
Don't be egotistic, girl.
It's
that's not a family member thing, man. A Slits family don't have that.
They don't play that.
Don't play that.
No.
Okay. Talk about what we're doing now and stuff.
Ladyfest, you played Ladyfest last year, right?
Yeah, and we're playing it this year again in September, and we're going to play it on something like that on the 4th of August.
There's a Ladyfest benefit over at Southpaw in Park Slope, Brooklyn, that Ari's going to play with us. It's with a few other female artists, bands like Slut 'Em Go and
Triple Creme, and we're Galaxy Rodeo.
Right, and
it's going to be on August 4th.
She's the drama!
Hold it, if you're drunk, hold it, make a muscle, because drummers
It's August 4th, and it's $7. And for directions to this awesome new venue, just go to
spsounds.com.
Right.
Because, we're trying to promote a lot of girl bands because basically they're still getting the same shit that happened 20 years ago.
That's why we have to have Ladyfest.
Yeah, where's
because
the
nobody cares. No one wants to listen to them, and Ladyfest gets it all out there. A lot of people don't know that there are female musicians.
Yeah,
outside
female
of Britney
musicians
Spears.
have
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, outside of Britney Spears, and just like she said, I mean, the way we met was not through anybody. We didn't have
But
anybody trying to put
Britney
us
is
together.
not a musician, she's a singer.
Right.
But anyway, about
Not a singer, she's
musicians.
an entertainer.
Well,
That's
okay,
it.
entertainer. But female musicians, they even have, it's not just musically. No, we're not dissing Britney. Oh, it's a big Britney. I love Britney. I love Britney. No, I do. I like pop stars. I just think there should be room for other people too.
Exactly, for the rest of
And
the
that's
music.
the thing. There has to be
People need
room.
to know that they're
some
out there.
other stuff
Here.
too, and it's not right when one thing is being pushed out over the other. That's what I'm talking about. Not that I don't want Britney make her money because she deserves it.
She made
Shake
that
that
money.
booty.
Yeah, I saw Driven. She made that money.
Okay, so, but what I'm saying is, we want Wilton to meet Britney, so would never diss Britney, okay?
Here.
But I'm saying that musicians, girl musicians haven't come much further, and also in their relationships, it's still so offensive that they can't have a boyfriend in peace. Very, very few of them. They have serious boyfriend problems because it's still such a when you doing your own thing in a female band and you're working, it's like being in the army. You're 9 to 5, more than 9 to 5. You work. It's a real work when you're doing music. It's serious.
intimidating.
So your own thing, it's intimidating to guys.
To a guy. Like,
Wait,
you know.
not to every guy though. Don't some guys love strong women? I thought.
I love
Yeah,
strong
our
women.
guys love
Yeah,
us.
baby.
All right,
Gay
but
guys.
you know, some guys
guys.
do, and some guys.
Gay guys. I was holding back. I was holding back.
I would like to also say, guys.
Look at this.
Oh no.
Whoa, what's this?
Come on,
What
you
is
can't.
that?
You gotta go to the picture.
Oh, what are you implying? Means gay? Oh, be easy. He's got a whoa. All right, guys.
I'm tired of being accused
Listen,
of being
we
gay
really-
just because I read Archie comics.
Dude, this is a Ricky Lake. Relax.
Gay men don't read Archie comics.
Actually, I do
Nerds
have a
read
serious
Archie
question.
Okay, I'm
you-
a
all
serious
right.
question.
Easy, guys.
You
Guys,
mentioned-
we have to wrap up the show.
Okay, he's
we
gonna
have to
take
wrap
it.
this
That's
show.
what he wants.
Wait.
This is to our baby mother. We want enough power. I want enough power for our baby mother, you know. So listen this. Cause we don't like certain people out in Guam. Brown skin girls, stay home and mind, baby. Whitening girls, stay home and mind, baby. Dark-skinned girls, stay home and mind, baby. Shiny girls, stay home and mind, baby. Baby mother, what you do up a street side? You know you and your baby I cry. Your baby just come and born. You out the door till break of dawn. But where you left your baby, make sure you stay with family. A close friend can help you choose to the best thing for your baby. Remember, you can take the care of this girl we spend for weekend. All your money to spend on your new dress and friend. And type of girl go out at night and never learn. When they reach back home, they find a baby get burned or drop from a window running a can. Dead, terrible things can happen if you not use your head. Left the baby pon him, all up him all on a shout. No care how he cry, he can't come out. Your baby are dead, but you look man and mother, so in future must know. For your youth struggle, take good care, you better stay loyal. And take a brown skin girls, stay home and mind, baby. Whitening girls, stay home and mind, baby. Dark-skinned girls, stay home and mind, baby. Shiny girls, stay home and mind, baby. Baby mother, what you a do up a street side? You know you and your baby I cry. Your baby just come and born. You out of the till break of dawn. Watch where you left your baby. Make sure stay with family. A close friend can help you choose to the best thing for your baby. Remember you, brown skin girl, stay home Everybody look on my warrior now. Go Wilton, go Wilton.
Shut up. Shut
Okay.
up.
Just me now, me and you, alright? Our part, ready? Asian girl, stay home and mind, baby. African girl, stay home and mind, baby.
Australian
Girl, stay home and mind, baby. Europe girl, stay home and mind, baby. That's okay. Arctic girl, stay home and mind, baby. American girl, stay home and mind, baby. Island girl, stay home and mind, baby. Alien
girl, stay home.
can't hear you. Sing it again, right? Sing it again louder. Alien girl,
Stay home.
mind, baby. Baby mother, what you a do up a street side? You know you and your baby I cry.
Baby mother.
Your baby just come and born. You out to do till break of dawn.
Baby mother.
What sure you left your baby? Make sure it stay with family.
Baby mother.
A close one can help you too. Still the best thing be your maybe member are you. Can't take the tennis girl we spend for weekend. Now your money I spend on your noodles and friend. Entire girl go out and never learn. When they reach back only find the baby get burned. I drop from my winner running the can. Dead terrible things to happen if you're not used your head. Left the baby on him all lock up in my lawn and shout. Look here all cry, it can't come out. Your baby are dead but you look man and mother. So in future you must know forever youth is a struggle. Take good care, you better stay your yard. And when you take a break, make sure it's safe and never hard.
Baby mother.
Broken girl, stay home and mind me. Let me hear you now.
Baby mother.
Sing in the middle of the mic. Sing in the middle. That's right. Sing in the middle. You're down and mind, baby.
Baby mother.
Darkin girl, come make me stand up. Me and you dance now. Come on. Lively. Yeah.
Baby mother.
Baby mother, what you will do up on street side? You know you and your baby I cry. Your baby just come and born. You out of the stay done. It's making me laugh. Wait till we get dance. Come to some Jamaican wine, man. Come on. Come on.
Ow.
I didn't do it. Don't blame me this time. I didn't do nothing. Watch that. Turn. Somebody. What's going on? Come on. Baby King girl. You one time. I want to hear you one time in the mic.
No.
Now I can hear you. Brown skin girl, stay home and mind, baby. Whitening girl, stay home and mind, baby. Darkin girl, stay home and mind, baby.
Baby mother.
Baby mother, what you a do up a street side? You know you and your baby I cry. Your baby just come and born. You out to do till break of dawn. Be happy if you have a good man, or at least you have a family plan. Be happy if you have a good man, or at least you have a family plan. Brown king girl, stay home and mind, baby. Whitening girl, stay home and mind. Oh yeah, this is a good dance. Now when the song finished, we got the dance done.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming on the show, and I hope you all have absorbed well, and this will be hopefully airing
She
immediately
did
soon.
sign my album.
Hey!
Yay!